What's going on, y'all? This is Jamal, and I'm here with a special guest, Evan McGraw of Virtual Reload. Virtual Reload is an esports coaching company with the focus in helping high school students gain the skills required to earn a college scholarship. Esports is the newest form of entertainment sports that is opening up opportunities for today's gamers. Virtual Reload helps high school gamers, excuse me, achieve those goals by providing coaching and directing them to colleges for scholarships. Again, like I said, I'm here with Evan McGraw, and he's going to help us put a spotlight on the coaching company itself. Evan, how are you doing today?
I am doing so great, Jamal. Thank you so much for having me. Really
No
appreciate
problem.
it, man.
No problem, man. I understand you just got back from vacation, so that's always a good stress reliever to come back. From a how long were you out where you were? I don't know if you want to say it or not, but how long were you gone away?
Oh yeah, we were gone for like 5 days.
Uh,
It's this was our family trip. My wife had been planning this since January. She was really looking forward to getting away, and she found a great spot on Airbnb. It was amazing. And, if you haven't been on vacation yet this summer, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. I'm going in a couple weeks. So I'm looking forward
Oh,
to it,
nice.
man. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So Evan, last time we spoke, it was before I really started streaming, and you kind of introduced me to
Yeah.
virtual reload in a sense.
Mhm.
And last time we reached out, you told me that you guys have been making some moves lately. But before we even get into that part, just let the people know
Mhm.
exactly how virtual reload got started, and I guess we can go from there.
Absolutely. So, yeah, our story for how we got started is a great one. My business partner, Ron Hamlin, is the CEO of Virtual Reload, and he is also a foster parent. So he has two foster boys that he's raising right now, and he's also a mentor in the foster community. And he was mentoring a young man through high school who, he didn't really have many prospects after high school. Ron was kind of asking him like what he thought about his future, what he was planning on doing, and he said, "I don't know the military," just because it was an option that was available to him. Ron asked him, have you thought about continuing education? Have you thought about going to college? And he said, well, I may have the grades. I certainly don't have the money. I'm not entirely sure what I would major in. So he just kind of completely wrote it off. But this young man just so happened to be very good at video games, at esports. And so Ron, talked to him a little bit about it, and said, if there was an opportunity for you at the next level, would you take that opportunity, and would you explore, getting a bachelor's degree? So, of course, I would think about it. Ron had some connections with the head coach for esports at Erskine College, introduced him to his mentee, and he ended up getting a scholarship for $28,000 a year to attend
Mm.
Erskine College and play esports. It was a huge breakthrough for Ron. Ron has been, very passionate about video games just in general, but also esports throughout the years, and thought, uh, more and more of these opportunities are presenting themselves for esports players at that next level, at the college scholarship level, at the professional level, things like that. There aren't nearly enough opportunities right now when you compare the amount of scholarships that are available to the amount of esports players who are out there. And the esports ecosystem at the collegiate level and the professional level don't exactly mirror where what we have with the more traditional sports. And our mission is to help build that foundation at the lower levels so that we raise the overall quality of competition of esports at the middle school and high school level, prepare these players for life as a competitor, right? And also help them achieve success at that next level, right? So we have set up a platform online. It's virtualreload.com, where you can go and get coaching in esports right now. You don't have to be affiliated with a school or a club or anything like that. You can go online and get coaching from an esports professional. Many of them are semi-professionals or former collegiate players themselves, and they'll be able to coach you up in the particular title that you're really good at, we recommend specializing in one so that you can really focus on that particular title, sort of like focusing on your particular sport or your particular position at that sport. And seeing what you can do in order to achieve those the goals that you have set for yourself at that next level. So if you're a really good esports player and you happen to be in high school, and all of a sudden your high school is offering an esports club, for example, and you want to be able to make sure that you can make that club and you make an impact at that club, you can go to Virtual Reload and receive that coaching. We're also trying to approach schools as well and teach them about the opportunities that esports presents, and hopefully help them create those clubs and eventually create those varsity teams as well, so that the collegiate programs at that next level have a larger pool to recruit from. Because we've also been speaking with a lot of colleges and universities right now about their esports programs, and right now they are recruiting from their own student body. They're asking around saying, are you good at esports? And if you are, will you join our team? And so, esports in general is a huge industry, and there's a lot of folks out there that are watching esports just for entertainment. They're participating in esports. They're participating in all sorts of other, jobs affiliated with that, from shoutcasting and graphic design and so on and so forth. That the simple fact that there isn't more opportunities for esports players at those lower levels has just floored us, really. And so what we're trying to do is help backfill that those areas of opportunity, so that like I said, we can better prepare these players for an esports career, essentially, but also increase their overall skill level, and then hopefully that will increase the amount of opportunities for them at that next level. Then more colleges and more universities will sign on to having esports programs and offer more scholarships.
So how long are the sessions? Like I don't even know if there's sessions, but what's the proper word? Is more so when you're talking about coaching
Absolutely.
these younger guys, high school, middle school. Is it like a 1 week course, 2 week course? Is it like a semester, or is it over the summer?
Yeah.
Like how does the coaching work for the students and people who are interested?
Absolutely. So that's a great question, Jamal. So it certainly depends on the esports player and what your goals are, and whether you're affiliated with an organization or not. So we've been running summer camps. We've been approaching high schools, colleges, and universities about setting up programs and coaching and mentoring multiple players at a time. Our base recommendation is at least 2 1-hour sessions a week if you have things that you'd like to work on. Because one of the great things about esports is that the internet has made esports a great equalizer, right? It used to be that if you wanted to get coaching in football or golf, for example, big golfer, 12 handicap last I checked. I don't know, that's not very good, but that was in high school. But you would have to go to the venue and speak to somebody who would take a look at your swing and tell you, here are some things that you need to work on those, come back and see me. Not many people do. They're just like, all right, I got my one lesson for the summer and I think I'm good. Or I sent my kid to the Manning quarterback camp, and he got his picture taken with a guy, and they taught him this is how you throw a fade route, and that's good enough for me, and I'll go back to talking to my high school coach. But what's great about esports is that we do a lot of what are called VOD reviews, video on demand reviews. So you can have a live coaching session with your coach for about an hour, and you can say, all right, did you practice what we talked about in our last session? Let me watch you play a little bit. But prior to that, you could submit a VOD review of some of the best games that you had played in whatever title that was. Your coach can review it and then have some things ready for you by the time that you meet with them. And then they'll say, all right, here are some things that you need to work on for the next time that we meet. You go back and practice. And one of the other great things about practicing in esports is that you can essentially do it all night long, and most people do, right? It's not as physically exhaustive as most other sports are, but you can get a lot in those practice sessions, and then you're the coach later on. So that is, at a bare minimum, if you have specific goals, like you think you're a very good high school player and you want to be able to make your team, or you want to be able to make it to the next level, we would recommend going on to Virtual Reload, finding the coach for that particular title that you have, and then signing up for 1 or 2 sessions a week for that hour-long session. And the sessions range from $20 an hour to, if you are looking to go semi-pro, you can pay $80 an hour to talk to a professional or semi-professional coach and receive that high-level coaching.
Okay, and so for what games do you currently coach? Obviously, we just talked about the length of the sessions and how and when they are sometimes, but for what games do you currently have coaches?
Absolutely. So because we're focused on trying to help players make it to the next level, what we've done is we've aligned the titles that we are coaching with the titles that are given scholarships at that next level. So we pay close attention to the national NACE, NACE, the National Association of Collegiate Esports, and they have a database of all the colleges and universities that are out there that are providing scholarships and in what titles. So we've matched up the coaches that we have for those titles that are available. A lot of the most popular ones are Overwatch, Call of Duty Warzone, which I understand you're a big fan of. Follow your
Absolutely.
your stream. We have actually one of our most tenured coaches is a gentleman by the name of Jared Salmon. Since he goes by Scoot, he's one of our Call of Duty Warzone coaches, and he's a 10-year esports veteran. He's also our director of esports at Virtual Reload, and I would love to see if we can get a live coaching session with you, just so you can show your audience what you would get out of a coaching session with Virtual Reload. But Call of Duty Warzone is a huge one right now. We're going to be hosting an event later on, and so we get to that pretty soon. Fighting games are also pretty popular. Smash Brothers is pretty popular right now. Street Fighter V. Rocket League is also very popular, also internationally. And then, of course, you can't forget the MOBAs, the multiplayer online battle arenas like League of Legends and Dota 2, things like that. So we have coaches in those titles as well. We found that there's a unique issue here with approaching these middle schools, high schools, colleges, and universities about starting esports programs. They think it's as simple as saying, "Oh, we'll just tack on another sports team to our athletic department." But in reality, if you're going to one of these institutions and saying you need to start an esports program, it's more like saying you need to start a whole new athletic department, because there are so many different titles out there, and all the games play differently, that a Halo coach certainly would not be able to coach anybody in League of Legends, because things are so different. If you're looking to have a very prolific esports program, then you need to have multiple coaches in multiple different disciplines. Of course, you can start small, but if you need that guide, you're one of those institutions that needs somebody to tell you how to do it and how to do it right. Virtual Reload is that company for you. So we can help you get that set up, and we can also outsource those coaches to you until you bring on coaches full time, or just stick with Virtual Reload.
Okay, sounds good. And you mentioned Warzone, man. That is my number one thing, man. So you talked to me about this tournament before, and we're letting the people know that you do got a tournament coming up. I wish we could have spoke sooner, so we can have a full week's worth of promotion for the tournament. But you guys got a tournament. Talk about that for a bit. Is it open? Well, first off, explain it, but also, is it open to the public?
Absolutely. So it is definitely open to the public. It's a Call of Duty Warzone Trios tournament. So that means we're signing up, teams of 3. And we actually just got word today that Twitch Rivals is going to be putting on a tournament on the same day, on the 17th. So what we're doing is we're moving our tournament over to the 18th so that everybody who wants to participate in Twitch Rivals can, participate in that tournament, and then also participate in ours on the 18th. We have multiple sponsors for the event. Our total prize pool is $1,000. We're partnering with the official esports team of Las Vegas. So Las Vegas has officially recognized the Las Vegas Inferno as the esports team representing Las Vegas. So that means they're on the same level as the Golden Knights, but also the Las Vegas Raiders. We are going to have it's a big deal. We're going to have a pregame show put on by DJ Joe Green. He's also the DJ for the Raiders and the Golden Knights and the Aces as well. So esports is on the map. We're also looking at putting on another Call of Duty tournament later on in the year in Cincinnati with Game Day Esports. Game Day is also sponsoring the Call of Duty Warzone event that we're putting on. It's officially called Brawl at the Bonfire. Because the Inferno are, they're the main team. We're putting this on in their name. We are the operators, so to speak, for the tournament. So it's being powered by Virtual Reload. In that case, we're being the tournament organizers. We're being the moderators for all the Discord chats and getting all the people, all the teams set up to play in their respective matches and things like that. You can't just tournament organization is really interesting in that you can't just put on a tournament and say, hey, everybody show up. It'd be like saying, let's put on a professional football game and not having any referees or scoreboard operators or play-by-play guys or anything like that. We provide all of that, and we are providing all of that as Virtual Reload for this Brawl to Bonfire event, which is going to be put on the 18th of July. It is free to join, but there is, like I said, $1,000 prize pool for the winners. So we're paying out first, second, and third place. It's a great opportunity if you and two other guys that are really good at Warzone want to get together and join. We have a few spaces left. You can go to virtualreload.com and sign up. And Jamal, like I said, if you want to sign up, I've got a space reserved for you. Okay. So don't be shy.
Oh, hey, look, trust me. The biggest thing was the date. But finding out they got to push back to the 18th is actually really good news. So I do need to get my squad together. So all right. So is there a deadline to register for other people who are interested? I know you said there's not that many. There's a few spaces left.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a few spaces left, but you can register right up until the day of.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if there are some available spaces, on the 17th, you can still register. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of exposure for you and your team if you'd like to sign up. Like we're going to be broadcasting it on all sorts of channels. We're going to be broadcasting it on Twitch. We're going to have shoutcasters doing play-by-play. There may be a professional team or to show up. It is going to be sponsored by the Inferno after all. But it is going to be a great event. We're anticipating filling up all of the slots, which are 49 teams in all, and I can't wait for the day to come.
Hey, it's a big tournament, really, man. Warzone is probably like the most popular thing, so I get it. It's kind of crazy to be thinking about the custom Warzone tournament to be a part of it. So I'm definitely excited to hear it, and I'm happy for Virtual Reload and the things that you all have been doing. Just within the coaching, the esports, and just coaching in general, trying to help these younger guys find their path. And Jesus Christ, Dakota, in development. She is squeezing on this squeaky toy, and I guess that's my cue. But Evan, I do appreciate you hopping on, man, for today, and any way, and like I said, in any which way I can help Virtual Reload get out there, I'm here for it. And like I said, well, before we even close, just let the people know where they can. You already spoke to the website, but just let people know where they can find more information on Virtual Reload if they have kids, if they're interested in signing up, if they like the video games, or if they just want to. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Before the coda is just over here killing me right
no
now.
problem at all. So on Facebook, we are the Virtual Reload. Our website is virtualreload.com. On Twitter, you can find us at Virtual Reload as well. Stop by the website. We are going to do some upgrades to it pretty soon. We're actually in the midst of doing a migration, but come and check us out. Ask us questions on Twitter. Add us directly. We'll get back to you right away. We can tell you exactly what you need to do in order to have a future in esports. If you have any questions in general about, hey, I think my kid is pretty good, what should I do? We'll step you through it, and and don't worry about having to sign up for anything or anything along those lines. What we're really trying to do is just get esports out there and on the same level as all the analog sports, as we say, so that we can help these kids get these opportunities at that next level. One more thing real quick, Jamal. According to NACE, the National Association of Collegiate Esports, 80% of the kids out there that are playing esports as their extracurricular don't do another extracurricular. That means they're not multi-sport. They don't, cross over from doing the more traditional sports and also esports. They're doing esports and pretty much nothing else. But they are so talented at these games. And we just put on a summer camp just a couple of weeks ago where 10 of our campers participated in a tournament with the Youth Esports League and ended up winning over $3,700 just in prize money.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, there's a great opportunity there to just, you earn your summer cash and things like that, but figure out how good you are and then also put your name out there. And the Smash Weekly tournaments that we're putting on for Smash Brothers, we're doing in conjunction with Smash GG, which will, add your the results of your tournament participation so that you can essentially grow your online resume. That's also one of the things that we're trying to do as well, is help these college coaches find these esports players who are out there who have the talent and that just don't have the exposure. So, my business partner, Ron, I'm sure he's going to listen to this later, will make fun of me for this, but I say this in practically every meeting that I've been on: a rising tide floats all boats. Right. So, if we can help these esports players find these other opportunities, they'll do other opportunities later on, and so on and so forth, and then eventually esports will just take over the world. And so I think that's what we're aiming for. Also, I wanted to let you know that I'm wearing my Sean Taylor jersey right now. You can't see it, but I thought this might, in the case that this might be a video interview, I put it on. I'm a little embarrassed that it's one of the Reebok ones. It's not one of the older ones.
Sean Taylor, rest in peace to that good man, that good safety. For those who don't know, Evan is a Washington fan, man. So he's going to be glued in to the training camps, the regular season, the preseason, playoffs if we make it. So he is a Washington fan as well. So
absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're going to win the NFC East this year, and there's no question, right?
Maybe. We got a little bit of competition, but I got faith in the boy. I do see him going back to back. So that is a good deal, man. Yeah. So Evan, man, I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you getting the word out there on the Trap or Dive platform. So again, I appreciate you reaching out initially, and we will stay in touch, big dog. And for those who are listening, remember, Warzone tournament. I put it out there on Twitter a little bit with a little tease, but Warzone tournament is out there. July 18th. It pushed back from the 17th to the 18th. The link, the information, all that stuff will be out there on my end shortly. Probably already before you hear this, but it will be out there. So everybody who tuned in, just be ready for that. If you get your squad, get up in there, man. Free entry, $1,000 prize pool.
Right. Yep. And if you want some coaching, get better, at the last minute, visit virtualreload.com.
Absolutely. All right, Evan, man, I appreciate you joining me, boss, man. Yes, sir. Take care, man.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, you too.